Greetings Mavericks and new viewers. Tonight, direct and live, from the Maverick News Network, World Studios. This is Maverick News with Rick Walker.
Good evening and welcome back, everybody, to the Maverick News Channel. Greetings, Maverick family. I apologize for the extended music. We were having trouble again getting our stream out to a couple of the channels that we stream to every night, but I've corrected the problem. We're online, firing on all cylinders, and we are ready to rock and roll with tonight's top news stories. Plane crash in Brazil. Pat King released from custody in Ottawa. We have Vladimir Putin furious over Ukrainian incursion, as some are calling it, into Russian territory. What else do we have? We have pro-Palestinian protesters blocking traffic in the streets of Toronto. And we have that Olympic boxer winning gold after all of the controversy surrounding men in women's sports. We'll bring you that. And Trump's plane makes an emergency landing. It's okay. He's all right. We'll tell you what's going on with that. So lots to share with you tonight. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
He's a fighter. He's a survivor. President Trump, defiant, strong. He is determined to make America great again. Pay tribute to the 45th President of the United States with this collectible t-shirt from the Maverick News Memorable Moments collection. Even a would-be assassin's bullet could not stop him. Instead, he emerged with his fist in the air ready to fight. For freedom. Get your Trump Fighting for Freedom t-shirt with any donation of $30 or more to Maverick News. There are two iconic artistic designs to choose from. But there is only one way to get these. Donate at freedomreporters.com. Support free speech. Free media. Support Maverick News. Call 1-866-248-1490 or order online at supergeeks.tv.
Okay, so I was wrong. We're not firing on the right channel, on the main Rumble channel. I've just made a change. Hopefully it picks up. Let me run another little promo because I don't want to leave people behind. Okay, so hang on. I'll be right back after this.
Maverick News. The world is watching. Greetings brave Mavericks. Our quest for truth continues. We go beyond fake news. Together we expose propaganda. Together we pull others out of rabbit holes. We are Maverick thinkers. We are all unique individuals, defenders of individual rights and freedoms, credible, trusted, grounded in reality. Maverick News, Maverick News. Defending free speech, Donate at freedomreporters.com. Do it now. Tomorrow may be too late. Maverick News. The world is watching.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarmingly, some media publishing things simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
In an ocean of lies a century deep, the truth awaits. Choose not the red pill. Choose not the blue pill. For both are an illusion. Discover the power of M. The power of individuality. We are Mavericks. We are the way to the light. Fear not the storm. Join our quest for truth. Truth will set you free. Maverick News. The world is watching.
Okay, so the other Rumble channel was not running either, but I think I just fixed it on the fly. So let me just check over there. Hello, Maverick family and Rumble channel 2. Is anybody over there? Yep, some people are there. Okay. Thanks for your patience, folks, but we are now we're really running on all the channels. Rumble's weird. They have kind of a clunky way of setting up live streams. Where should we start tonight? Where should we start tonight? Oh, we have this wildfire update for you tonight, too. And don't forget that later at 10 p.m. Eastern, we will be proceeding with another episode of Maverick Midnight Matinee. And in fact, you know what? I'm going to ask everybody to guess again. Anybody have any guesses on what what we're going to run tonight? It's sort of like the Twilight Zone, but it's not. So I'll leave that out there, and you guys can guess. Now I'll try and monitor the chat to see who comes up with the right answer, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll try to monitor. It's multiple channels, so I'll do my best. Like the Twilight Zone, but not. Okay, that's your clue. That should be enough. Someone should be able to get that. All right, let's start tonight with, how about the Pat King thing? Okay, so Pat King released with conditions. Of course, everybody knows Pat King was involved with the Freedom Convoy in 2022, right? He's been released from jail under strict conditions. He's from Red Deer, Alberta. Found himself back behind bars last week for allegedly violating his bail conditions. However, today, Superior Court Justice Charles Hackland granted his release. He was accused of breaching his bail by posting on social media between July 10th and 29th something he was only allowed to do to seek donations for his legal defense. King had previously pleaded not guilty to charges including mischief and intimidation for his role in the 2022 protests that gridlocked downtown Ottawa, according to mainstream media, although some say there was a lane left open. Of course, the protest went on for more than 3 weeks. So the new conditions that have been imposed on Pat King as part of his release today are more severe than they were before. He is now barred from all social media activity except to request donations or auction items unrelated to the convoy. And additionally, no one else can post on social media on his behalf. King is also prohibited from participating in public protests or demonstrations and is subject to a weapons ban. His lawyer, Natasha Calvino, and Crown Attorney Morez Karimji jointly proposed the conditions, which the judge approved, calling them reasonable, balanced, and says this reasonable, balanced approach will protect the public while allowing King to fundraise for his defense. The Crown is also seeking to seize the $25,000 cash deposit that secured King's initial bail. Meanwhile, a small group of King supporters gathered at the courthouse today where King was well, he kind of came out in how shall I put this? He didn't just walk out. He sort of came out with a flourish, shall we say. Let's take a look at this. Here's video from Chris Dacey at the courthouse as Pat King was released today. And almost appropriately, there's a siren playing in the background, blaring. Just adds a little to the, a little bit of flavor to the moment.
Beautiful. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, I missed you. I see you. Good job. Sorry to stress you out. This is Traversy. Hey, good to see you. Good, brother. Yeah. Oh, you mean no bad waiter? Happy birthday. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. No, thank you. Thank you, guys. Much appreciated. Thanks, Pat. What's up, brother? Okay, I gotta go like usual, right? Okay. See you, Pat. Thank you. Hi, guys. Hi, Titan. I'm coming home, buddy. I'm coming home, buddy. I'll see you soon.
Hands are full.
Yeah. Good job.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you for coming, Jen.
Thank you so much for coming. Hey, buddy.
Love you. Love you.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Dick.
Did you see my
Norm Fox says hi.
Thanks,
Didi.
man.
Thanks, guys. Good Pat. See you later.
Thank you very much.
Love to Ottawa once again.
See you later.
What's happening?
Okay. That video from Chris Dacey. Let's go to the other side of the world. Let's go to this situation in Ukraine. So today, what can I tell you? Vladimir Putin's pretty upset because Kyiv, Ukraine, has crossed the border, apparently, into Russian territory. So you've got Russian troops now battling Ukrainian troops in Russian territory. And video has been released of this. Have not been able to independently verify this, of course, but it looks pretty darn credible. And it shows Russian troops surrendering to Ukrainians, to Ukrainian forces. Vladimir Putin is calling this a major provocation. Here, I'll show you the video. So I'm just having a little trouble getting this lined up for you. Okay, here we go. So here's the first angle that I have of this video, released by Ukrainian forces.
Opa, SVO.
They're producing it. I don't like it when they do that. So it's sped up. They put music to it, blah, 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 because it's propaganda. But it's true. This is actually happening. And you see the, looks like the Russian troops being lined up and then loaded into this truck. This is in the Kursk region. That's what we're told. Here's, let me just re-queue. I've got over here, I've got more. And mainstream media also picking up on this. NBC has picked up this version. I'll share this with you. Again, this is actually video, though, released by Ukrainian military. Russia says is battling a surprise cross-border assault by Ukraine. And so you're seeing that this is also now Russia firing on Ukrainian armored vehicles, U.S. supplied. But Vladimir Putin is calling this a major provocation tonight. Apparently 5 people were killed when Ukrainian troops, tanks, and armored vehicles broke through the Russian border. And it isn't known at this time if those casualties were civilian or military. So still trying to get more information about that. Ukraine has not really commented directly on this. And the White House says they don't really have any detailed information on this at this point. So a little bit murky on the details, but the video is said to be authentic. I believe it is real, and there is other video of the troops surrendering, or appearing to surrender. Let me see if I can find that for you. I had better footage. This is other footage of an attack. Okay, so here, hang on, I got this for you. I'm sorry, it's a little bit clunky here trying to get this out tonight. Really under the gun today. Doing my best for you. Okay. And there's footage of what appears to supposed to be Russian troops surrendering. And as much as, there you are, and as much as this is a war on the ground with boots on the ground, this is also a propaganda war, information war. So from a PR perspective, this is a major win for Ukraine and a PR blow for Russia tonight. We have analysts on the Russian side downplaying this, saying that Ukraine is really just doing this for public relations purposes, for information warfare purposes, to hide losses on the Ukrainian side. I'm not so sure. I've indicated just recently that I think what's really going on is it's more of a give a little, take a little, take a little, give a little, gain a little, lose a little on both sides. More of a stalemate in recent weeks. And Ukraine may be gaining a little ground tonight with what you just witnessed. And on the information warfare front, Russia firing back with media, state media reporting that a Russian Su-34 destroyed a target, Ukrainian target, and I'll share that with you and I'll show you. So here's Sputnik tonight. Su-34 jet drops Fab 3000 bomb to devastate Ukrainian positions. This is Russian video. Right there. Aerial footage. Of course, again, I can't independently verify that because I'm not there. But that appears to be credible. So, like I say, gain a little, lose a little on both sides, I think. And I think Ukraine is actually gaining some ground. I think that's the truth. And that's why Vladimir Putin is not happy. He's calling it a major provocation, an incursion. The White House, State Department, Matthew Miller, I think today came out and said, well, in response to questioning from reporters saying, well, that's a little bit rich coming from Russia, given that it has invaded Ukraine. Those are the words coming out of the White House tonight. Not going to run a lot there because we have other news to cover. And I think it's self-explanatory. I think that we've kind of laid out the Ukrainian conflict for you tonight in adequate form. Let's move on to the wildfire situation out in Western Canada. Spoke to my mom today. She spoke to my brother. My brother lives out in British Columbia. He was working outside today, and I guess the smoke was pretty thick up around where he lives and out in wildfires, right? And then out in Alberta, of course, where we've seen that devastating fire, which destroyed 1/3 of the town in Jasper. Now we have this update from Alberta officials in this, we have Alberta Forestry Minister now, Todd Lowen, and Public Safety Minister Mike Ellis providing this update. Let's go there now, shall we? Pick up that feed. Here we go. And we've got it.
River Cree Nation, Chippewa Lake, Javier 194, and the northeast portion of Ghost Public Land Use Zone due to wildfire. All but one of these evacuation orders and area closures have been lifted. Jasper is the one remaining evacuation order, and the incident management team is making progress every day on mitigating hazards in the community and preparing for reentry when it is indeed safe to do so. While the threat of wildfire is not over, and it is still too early to say the wildfire is no longer a danger to the community, however, confidence is growing. The Alberta Emergency Management Agency is focused on working with the municipality of Jasper and Parks Canada to support the reentry planning. The focus right now is on resuming critical services, so everything is ready to support the return of the broader population. The municipality of Jasper is still striving to provide daily updates online about the steps being taken to contain the fire threat, to identify and mitigate hazards in the town site, to restore local police, EMS, and 911 dispatch services, and restore critical services like healthcare, utilities, and of course, bring back grocery stores, gas stations, banks, and pharmacies. I'd like to tell you today that emergency services such as EMS, fire, police, and 911 dispatch have now been restored. Work is progressing to get other critical services like electricity, water, gas, telecommunication, and healthcare services back up and running. And work is also ongoing to identify and remove downed trees and other debris in and around the town site to prepare for reentry. Residents should be aware that the municipality has posted a reentry progress tracker on their website, which provides an overview of all the work that is being done before people can return home. It's a standard for this kind of work to take time, and we appreciate the patience of everyone who has been displaced. Residents should take note that the bus tours of the Jasper town site are ongoing, and over the last 4 days, more than 130 residents have toured the town. There were 2 bus tours scheduled for today. One departed Belmont and one from Hinton. We had 2 bus tours yesterday. One left Hinton and another tour for Jasper residents who have been evacuated to Calgary. We're also in the process of scheduling other tours. As we understand, these tours are a critical component of healing and, of course, the recovery process. Please note that Jasper residents can still register for tours online at alberta.ca/emergency or by calling 310-4455. And we will make sure that all Jasper residents affected by the fires have a chance to tour the community should they wish to do so. I'd like to also share some good news from today that Highway 16 has reopened to all traffic between the hours of 7 a.m. and 9 p.m. The incident management team in Jasper will keep it open during these hours on a daily basis, depending on local conditions. It's also important for drivers to keep in mind that there will be no stopping or exiting off of Highway 16. This means that there will be no washroom breaks or refueling, so everyone should make sure that they have a full tank of gas before entering the park. Apart from the situation in Jasper, an evacuation alert remains in effect for parts of Saddle Hills County due to a wildfire burning south of Highway 49 in the Gordondale area. I'd like to inform Albertans that there is no immediate threat to any structures, but residents and visitors in the area should still be prepared to evacuate if the situation does change. For updates, please visit saddlehills.ab.ca. Also east of High Level and Fort Vermilion, the Little Red River Cree Nation continues to welcome everyone home after evacuation in late July. The nation is anticipating most residents will be home by tonight, but some residents with mobility or health issues will need a few more days. The evacuation order was lifted on August 5th, and it has taken some time for everyone to return as people evacuated to various communities across northern Alberta. The nation has been reaching out to all of its members to coordinate transport and everyone as needed. In closing, I'd like to say that we continue to see positive developments in many parts of the province, but it's still possible for new evacuation alerts to happen without much warning. So we encourage all Albertans to think ahead and make sure the use of the information that we have at alberta.ca/be prepared. And thank you. And I would like to now pass my remarks over to Mr. Lowen to say a few words. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Minister Ellis. Good afternoon, and thanks for being here for our latest wildfire update. Yesterday, Alberta wildfire crews were able to establish a perimeter around 2 out-of-control wildfires in the Kiska complex near Rocky Mountain House and Nordegg. These wildfires are now classified as being held, which has allowed the province to reopen a number of provincial parks and recreation areas that were closed due to wildfire activity. I know many Albertans who have been eager to recreate in the area will be happy to hear this news, and we're grateful to the weather and the hard work of our firefighters for making it possible. There are still several large wildfires burning in the province. The wildfire danger remains high to very high in northern Alberta. With conditions like this, I understand it difficult to make plans for camping, day trips, or if you're like me, fishing trips. But I still want to encourage Albertans to make the most of this summer, as long as they do so responsibly. Get outdoors and enjoy our provincial parks, recreation areas, and public lands, but always make sure you're properly prepared. Check for fire bans, restrictions, and advisories ahead of time. and also look to see if there are any large wildfires near where you're planning to go. Both can be tracked in real time by downloading the Alberta Fire Bans and the Alberta Wildfire apps. And remember, Albertans must still take precautions when cooler temperatures and precipitation lead to lower fire danger in some areas of the province. Wildfires can happen at any time in the summer, and we want to make sure Albertans and visitors are safe. It's also important to remain vigilant so that we don't add additional human-caused wildfires to the active wildfires burning in the province right now. These preventable wildfires pull time and resources away from larger, more pressing wildfires elsewhere in Alberta. As a lifelong outdoorsman, I understand the urge to make the most of summer and get outdoors while you can. I'm here today to tell Albertans to make the most of this August, but to do so safely and responsibly. As we head into the weekend, there have been a few changes to fire bans throughout the province. There are now no active fire bans in the forest protection area. However, a fire restriction remains in place in the high-level forest area. Parts of the Grand Prairie area are under restriction, and a fire advisory is in effect in the Fort McMurray area. We're incredibly grateful to our firefighters and first responders who continue to work around the clock to suppress wildfires in the province and keep Albertans safe. Unfortunately, this week has been a stark reminder of the work these brave individuals do is incredibly dangerous. On Saturday, August 3rd, one of our heroic wildland firefighters was killed in the line of duty. In honor of Morgan Kitchen's sacrifice, flags will be flown at half-mast at all forestry and parks facilities. Nothing I can say will make his loss any easier to his family, community, or those who are with him on the front lines. But I hope those closest to him know he gave his life doing something he knew was important. I wish you peace in the days ahead and know that Alberta's government is here for you. Thank you.
Take a little break, come back, and I've got more. We'll talk about this plane crash in Brazil, and I'll tell you about Trump's emergency landing today, too. So stay with me.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
Well, I think it's time we ask ourselves if we still know the freedoms that were intended for us by the Founding Fathers. If we lose freedom here, there's no place to escape to. This is the last stand on Earth.
The entire world is watching.
Every dictator, every crazy dictator in the world is watching.
The world is watching. On TV, the entire world is watching. On social media.
But the entire world is watching, and yes, they are seeing what we have apparently bravely been willing to say that others are thinking.
Stand for freedom. Literally stand for freedom. Let's get this done. The entire world is watching.
We're at war with the most dangerous enemy that has ever faced mankind in his long climb from the swamp to the stars.
Maverick News. Maverick News. Maverick News.
Let me have more control of my own destiny.
The world is watching.
Okay, so first up, let's talk about Trump. His plane was forced to divert its landing in Montana today due to a mechanical issue. Trump is holding a rally in Bozeman, Montana tonight, but his plane landed in Billings. That's about 150 miles west of where he's supposed to be. So there's some sort of a mechanical issue with his plane. The details of what those issues are still, like a lot of other things happening today, a little murky on the details. But he's okay. The plane came down, and he's okay. He's safe. Everybody's on pins and needles, of course, because, well, we just came off that attempted assassination. in Butler, Pennsylvania, and now this. Any conspiracy theories on the surrounding this one? Can't shoot him, can't kill him with a gun. Maybe can't kill him by taking him out of the air. He's got Teflon on him. I don't know how serious this was, but we are. We are focused on it. And this is just, I mean, this is pretty fresh stuff. So, I don't know, I just video captured of the plane coming down. And it looks pretty normal. Some sort of mechanical issue. Okay, and Trump seems pretty calm aboard his plane. He released this video ahead of his rally, recorded and then recorded on the plane, and this released just a short time ago. So let's go to President Trump on Trump Force One.
I just landed in a really beautiful place, Montana. It's so beautiful flying over, and you just look down, and that's the way it's supposed to be. But we have a very high rating in Montana. We have a lot of popularity. I like them, they like me. But I'm here to do some fundraisers, and most importantly, to support Tim Sheehy, who's running for the U.S. Senate. And we think he's going to do really well. We're going to have a rally, and it'll be a lot of fun. And then tomorrow we're going to do some more different stops, different states, all good, all great people. And we're leading in all of the polls now. Just about every poll has us leading. They found out that this is a phony that we're running against, a person that had no idea what she was doing on the border, has no idea what's happening with inflation, had no idea what they did when it came to Afghanistan, the most embarrassing day in the life of our country. There's never been anything so embarrassing. We should have gotten out with dignity and strength, not the way they got out. It's an embarrassment to our country. So we have a great campaign. We have something that's going to be really very important. It's called, going to make America great again. And it's going to happen very fast. We're going to become energy independent again. Prices are going to start going down, including for food, for energy, and everything else. And we're going to really do a job. Thank you very much.
Okay, that's Trump on Trump Force One. I'm looking for some material on Kamala Harris, so just give me a moment. I'm going to run this, come back on the other side.
Maverick News. Fighting for freedom.
So yeah, Kamala Harris getting hammered on the border issue. So the campaign has responded with a new ad. Let me share that with you now. Here's the new Kamala Harris ad focused on the border issue.
Kamala Harris has spent decades fighting violent crime. As a border state prosecutor, she took on drug cartels and jailed gang members for smuggling weapons and drugs across the border. As vice president, she backed the toughest border control bill in decades. And as president, she will hire thousands more border agents and crack down on fentanyl and human trafficking. Fixing the border is tough. So is Kamala Harris.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
All right, so there's that. They know they're vulnerable on that issue. Very vulnerable on the border issue. But hey, all they have to do is just call Trump and the MAGA crowd weird. Bunch of weirdos. because that's what politics has become. It's just become a deteriorating race to the bottom where now all it is just, I don't know, it just feels like a bunch of name calling, juvenile antics. It's pretty pathetic actually when you think about it. Same thing in Canada. You know, wacko Trudeau. Like, it's funny, it's entertaining, but I'm not sure that it serves us well. Of course, Trump making that emergency landing, and we have this terrible situation in Brazil with a plane that we have video of crashing. Just get the details up here again. I had this for us. I know that it was carrying 61 people. Everyone on board has been killed. At least 61 people tonight. This plane went down on the outskirts of Sao Paulo. Brazilian officials have confirmed that. The cause of the crash still unclear. Video of this going viral online, and I will caution before running this that some people may find it disturbing. It is a picture, it's video of a plane falling out of the sky. It looks bizarre to me because it goes into sort of a flat spin, and it makes no sense to me as I watch this. It's very, very strange, very windy day, but I don't know if the plane lost power or what the heck happened. I just don't know. It isn't clear. We obviously need more information on this as well, but here's the video. And again, viewer discretion advised.
Isso, velho. Tá porra. Caralho, bicho. Nossa. Fudeu, velho. É doido. Caralho, moleque.
And no survivors.
Tá louco, bicho. Que isso, irmão?
So, as you can see, this plane came down in a residential area. This was flight 2283. It left Cascavel in the Brazilian state of Parana and was headed to I can't pronounce this, Guarulhos. I've not been there. I'm not familiar with where that is in that area. So what do we know? There was a timeline released on this. So we know that it took off shortly before noon. Flight tracking data confirmed that. The plane was then cruising at 17,000 feet until about 1:21 p.m. local time. It then dropped about 250 feet in just 10 seconds, then climbed back up approximately 400 feet in about 8 seconds, and then 8 seconds after that, it lost just under 2,000 feet. It was going up and down like a yo-yo. Then, in about 1 minute, it began rapidly descending roughly 17,000 feet in just 60 seconds. Multiple agencies on site investigating. Brazilian Air Force team is there. They are in charge of the investigation, and it is making headlines worldwide. Toronto, new footage of pro-Palestine, or you could say anti-Israel, anti-Zionist, however you want to describe it, protest. And this is footage of people praying in the streets, blocking traffic. I've also seen this week protesters just standing in the way of traffic on the Gardiner Expressway in the Toronto area, just trying to stop people from getting to work in the morning. That is not something that I ever used to see in this country, but it seems to be fairly common these days. And this is what we're seeing on the streets. Let me show you tonight. And here's the footage. Take from this what you will.
إسرائيل في الكتاب لتفسدن في الأرض مرتين ولتعلن علوا كبيرا فإذا جاء وعد أولاهما بعثنا عليكم عبادا لنا أولي بأس شديد فجاسوا خلال الديار.
Is that okay? Yeah. So that's happening on the street. Dragon has been working on a story related to that. Of course, Dragon, our own Maverick Dragon, he is up in Montreal. We told you last night that he would be joining us on the broadcast to bring us this story, but it's not going to happen tonight because it's actually what he's working on, and I will tell you a little bit about this. He's working on a story about a protest that's coming up Sunday. It's a pride demonstration of some kind in Montreal. Now, here's the thing. He became aware of a poster that was uploaded online, I believe on X, from pro-Palestinian activists. Well, the LGBTQ plus community, being on the left side of the political spectrum, has been supporting the Palestinian protesters. But the pro-Palestinian protesters have now posted online a poster promoting a counter-protest to the Pride protest that's coming up on the weekend. So Dragon has been working on that. I'll show you what he's sent to us so far, but he's going to have a full report on this tomorrow. We promised that this would happen tonight, but he's been gathering more information, and we still have another day for him to gather information for this story. He'll share more of it with us tomorrow night. But this is the poster that has been online. And the thing that has raised attention is this text at the bottom of this social media post saying, "We demand that Pride Montreal cuts ties with all sponsor and partners that has complicity and supports the genocide. Let's stop this parade together. Pride is a protest, so we will protest." So Dragon is looking for clarification on where the alliance lies, I guess, between these two groups, with the Pride people having been out there and supporting the pro-Palestine, anti-Israel movement, but it's not being reciprocated. And that seems a little bit, how shall I put it? There's conflict there, and it looks like it's going to play out this weekend in some way. So Dragon will bring us all up to date on that tomorrow. He's been speaking to people, and he'll let us know where things sit as he gives us this preview of the upcoming event on Sunday, and then we'll provide coverage of that on Sunday as well. It's an interesting situation, to say the least. Okay, let me take another quick break, and we'll come back on the other side.
We are Mavericks. We say no to the Trudeau and Biden New World Order. And to bugs. Because bugs are creepy and gross. And people should not eat bugs. Maverick News. The world is watching.
Hey, no! 2 bucks!
Okay, so just back to the Ukraine file for a moment. It looks like Poland is going to start manufacturing missile launchers for U.S. Patriot air defense systems. The Polish Defense Ministry announced that today. And they are going to sign a formal agreement to begin production on that. I believe, what's the date today? It'll be Monday of next week. So that's a major development. People here in the West taking note of that, and people on the Russian side taking note of it as well. So just thought I'd mention that. You may have heard about this dead woman that was found entangled in the baggage machinery at O'Hare Airport in Chicago. Authorities there now saying that that woman, the victim, was from North Carolina. The Cook County Medical Examiner's Office has examined the 57-year-old woman, Virginia Christine Vinton. They say she was from Waxhaw, North Carolina. An autopsy has been scheduled. We do not have the results of that yet. Firefighters responded to a 911 call. They found Vinton's body entangled in the belt of this baggage machinery around 7:45 a.m. yesterday. This happened in a baggage room near a terminal that serves international flights. What led to that, I don't know, but I guess at first glance, well, second glance, I was aware of this before, but I guess the bottom line is don't climb onto the baggage conveyor. Somehow this woman must have ended up on that machinery, and she's no longer with us. Very strange. The Olympic boxer, the woman, man, whatever you believe, I guess at this point, who knows what the truth is anymore, man? Like, just pick your truth, I guess. What truth do you identify with? Well, the boxer won gold. Algeria's Amin Khalif has won the women's boxing gold. Here, let's bring up this. Just show you the headlines from which organization has it. It's everywhere. Making headlines everywhere. Here's, this is CTV. Algeria's Amin Khalif wins Olympic women's boxing gold. Right there. As you can see, I don't dare run any video lest we get hit with a copyright strike. Can't show Olympic footage. Broadcast rights have been sold worldwide. We do not have the pockets deep enough to pay for that. Let me just bring this down. Yeah, so a lot of media outlets saying that this person was born a woman, that it's a she, that born a woman, birth certificate says she's a woman. There was another event that seems to contradict that possibly, where they did some sort of testing. I've read credible reports that suggest that this person, and it is a she because of, like, legally a she, was born with a condition that is sort of like a multi-sex development, sexual development condition. I don't know exactly what that means medically or technically. It has to do with whether you've got an X, two X's, or one XY chromosome. I don't know. I don't know. Okay? People were shooting me in the head, metaphorically, the other night, because there was comment made on this subject here on the program, and I don't know. I'm just talking about the story. That's all I can say. Man, woman, woman, man. Some people say it's a woman. Other people are just hell-bent that this person is not a woman. Certainly tall, certainly powerful, muscular. Not the kind of physique that is common to just a woman. Towers over the opponents. But who am I to say whether someone's a woman or a man or a man or a woman when I have no way to verify anything? But a lot of media reports saying it's a woman. Other media reports insisting it's not. You guys can just decide for yourselves. That's enough. For me, I'm out on that one tonight. All I'm going to say is believe whatever you want. What else can I wrap up with here tonight? We've got, oh yes, I wanted to mention this too. The video platform Odyssey, I think they're struggling over there. We're broadcasting live on Odyssey tonight. I take my hat off to what they're trying to do. They are an alternative to YouTube, so we broadcast there. We upload stuff there. Want to support what goes on over at Odyssey. They don't seem to have anywhere near the audience they need to. We don't get numbers on Odyssey, but we still broadcast there. But something interesting came across my desk today, and that is Odyssey making this announcement that they will no longer be running any ads. I found this to be extremely interesting, and I don't understand it, frankly. But here's what Odyssey is doing, this competitor to YouTube, and Lord knows we need that. They're saying, dear friends of Odyssey, starting today, we're removing all ads. They say here, we don't need ads to make money as a platform, and we are confident in the development of our own new monetization programs that will help curators earn a living and at the same time keep Odyssey alive. Ultimately, sacrificing the overall user experience to make a few bucks isn't worth it to us, and nor is it even sustainable for a platform that wishes to make something truly open and creatively free. As we take this decision, one thing is certain to us: media platforms, even ones that market themselves as free speech, typically devolve into advertising companies and end up becoming beholden to their paymasters. It's been that way for centuries and is never going to change. As we see YouTube become more aggressive with their ad development and free speech platforms try to build their own ad businesses, it's apparent to us that we're building a model for Odyssey that will keep it sustainable not only financially, but in its ability to provide an incorruptible user experience. Our approach may be considered niche or unconventional. That's fine by us. Odyssey will be used by the world on terms that are agreeable to its users, and we know our users don't like ads. Well, I don't know how they're going to make any money. I don't think they have many ads anyway, honestly. I don't know. I don't understand how they're going to survive. I don't understand how they've survived this long. They don't seem to have much of an audience over there. I wish they did. I encourage everybody to go over there. They recently launched new technology, some sort of new system that if you downloaded an app, they created an app, and I used it. If you created this app and you connected your channel, your YouTube channel to it, what it would do is it would automatically force the viewer, if they were going to watch your video on YouTube and it was uploaded to both platforms, it would bounce over and take you to Odyssey and make you watch that. And I thought, well, that's brilliant. That lasted for all of about 2 weeks. And then Google countered that by declaring the app that was available for download to be in conflict and in violation of Google YouTube policies. And so they don't allow you to use it anymore. Basically, they neutered that one pretty quick. So that stopped working, and it made it sort of, it caused a problem on our computers here by having that app loaded up. So we had to stop it was forced to stop using it. And now Odyssey's saying they're not going to run any ads. I don't know how they're going to make money. But I guess they have a plan. They have this weird thing anyway, where you have to watch so many videos in order to post videos. So you have to watch, then you get credits. And if you do that, then you can post more videos. So every once in a while, I don't watch a lot on Odyssey, and I should. It's just that, again, they also need more content over there. The other thing that I noticed, and here's another little tidbit for you, Cloud Hub. We were getting a lot of traction on Cloud Hub. And we just repost our videos over on Cloud Hub. A different kind of a platform. And I'm not sure if I can trust the numbers over there or not, but we generate numbers when we just repost our content at the end of every night. But then they went through a little episode here about a month ago where they imposed limits on the size of videos and like the video file size and the length of the video that you can post. And in order to do that, if it was anything over a certain length, you had to pay a fee. And I thought, well, everybody wants us to pay a fee. Rumble wants a fee. We have to pay a fee to Rumble every month. We're paying a fee to, StreamYard every month. We're paying a fee here and a fee there, a fee everywhere. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Well, Odyssey, Cloud Hub wanted a fee. So I actually paid the fee. And then it didn't work. So I got screwed on a month of fees. It wasn't a lot of money, but didn't work. I was able to upload one video, not for the whole month, wouldn't let us upload anymore. So I was like, forget it. That was a huge misstep on their part, because then for over a month, almost 2 months, I just stopped uploading stuff. I tried to upload like shorter versions of all the video. It was just a pain in the neck. It was like not worth it. I had to go focus on more positive, constructive things. But I've noticed that they've dropped that now and we're able to post again there. So they went through that for about a month. These platforms are struggling, trying to find ways to remain viable financially. Just like us, it is not easy. There are more expenses associated with doing all of this than people realize. YouTube, I swear, they must have some massive agreement with government, because the amount of video that gets uploaded to YouTube and is sitting there in storage is almost beyond comprehension for me. The server space that's needed to do that. The same thing with Facebook and all of these social media platforms, including Rumble. The server memory off the charts. So it's extremely expensive for these platforms to survive and to compete against YouTube, which I'm pretty sure is connected to government in one way or another, and that's why they're able to do this. Yeah, how are you going to monetize Odyssey, Cloud Hub, if you don't have ads? And the bulk of the advertising goes to the big platforms like YouTube, Facebook, mostly, Google by far. They control so much of the ad market now, and that now you're getting the legacy media. They still pick up their chunk, and then we're left with, well, pretty much nothing except what you guys provide. And we're extremely grateful for the support that you guys do provide. And you're the ones that keep this whole operation running. I'll just remind you, since we're on the topic, that you can support the channel by donating at maverickdonations.com. That's the Give Send Go. Takes you straight to that donation page, maverickdonations.com, or at freedomreporters.com. You can donate there as well. And if you do donate $30 or more, I can send you a t-shirt. A Maverick News t-shirt, no extra charge. I'd be happy to send one along. Just tell me what size you need. You can have it in any color you want as long as it's black, just like Henry Ford's old Model T. And just make sure you make a little notation when you send in the donation. Tell me what size, and I'm happy to do that. What else do we have there? We have oh yeah, we have the Trump tees too, right? Yeah, $30 or more for those. The Fighting for Freedom and just the straight up fight t-shirts as well. Do I have those still on the I think I do. The graphic for those. Well, you've seen the ad, right? Yeah, I don't have the images up because we ran out of memory there. But please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell on YouTube if you haven't done that already, and subscribed there. And we're on a bit of a ban on our main YouTube channel, so I don't know when we'll be back on the main channel. Doesn't matter much. We're picking up steam on all these other platforms, and I'm happy to take the viewers, take all of you guys over to these alternative platforms, especially Rumble, where we continue to grow. Please, if you haven't subscribed there, consider doing that. What else do I have for you tonight? No more ads. I think that's important stuff. I'm just going to check here. Have any of you guys guessed correctly on what our presentation is going to be tonight on Maverick Midnight Matinee? I did see a few guesses in there. Things like Creep Show was one. Not correct. The Birds, no. Scrolling back. And Noella says, hi, Rick. Hi, Cosmo. Cosmo says hi back. We went for a few walks today. He'll need another one or two before the evening is done. X-Files, no. No. Any other guesses tonight on what our presentation is going to be on Maverick Midnight Matinee? Just checking the feed. Anybody? Outer Limits? No. Good guess. Really good guess. No, not Outer Limits. Nope, and nope. Doesn't look like anybody's got it. All right, well, I'm going to tell you because we're going to be on the air at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and tonight we will be presenting several episodes of One Step Beyond on Maverick Midnight Matinee. Great scripts, great show, and very much like The Twilight Zone, in that same vein. Right, came out at basically around the same time, and people just couldn't get enough of that stuff at that time. And these were like the originals, man. These were the shows that set the stage for everything that has come since then, you know, in terms of television and film, conspiracy theories, mysteries, science fiction, fantasy. Always popular. And we'll bring you some fantastic vintage television tonight. Video drama at its best. I'd say in many respects just as good as The Twilight Zone, but a series that is largely overlooked and forgotten because it just did not get as much traction as The Twilight Zone did. So we'll have that for you later on this evening. And with that, folks, I'm going to wrap up so I can get prepared for the 10 p.m. presentation of the Maverick Midnight Matinee. And I think Dragon is actually going to join us on the program. So we'll sit there and watch it all together when our watch party commences. Until then, I will bid you adieu and see you all at 10 p.m. on the flip side. I need to find my closer. Where did you go? There it is. Okay. See you real soon. 10 p.m. Eastern. Bye for now.
This has been a Maverick Multimedia production.